Okay, so this video is going to take you through the steps of how to take your footage off the camera, off the memory card, and then upload that onto the computer using the scratch disk. So your first step is to take the memory card out of the camera and then place it, insert it into the side of the computer, the side of the Mac on the right, and then go to Finder. You will notice that the memory card will appear under the devices section. Okay, so that's the memory card and how to access the footage. Okay, but before we look at the footage, what we need to do is to set up our folder structure. So you click on Scratch Disk. Now the Scratch Disk is a hard drive where we store quite large files. So as you're doing TV and film, you're dealing with quite large file sizes, so you need to store these on the scratch disk because there's not enough space on the network for it. So his first step is to set up our folder. So by clicking Control and then click with the mouse and go to New Folder. You're calling this folder Film Index Challenge. And this is going to be the hub folder for the Film Index project. So double click on that and again set up a new folder and call this footage. Okay, and this is where you're going to place all the footage that you've taken for this task. So again, double click again because we want to organize a little bit more. We're going to set up two more folders, one called Day 1 and the other Day 2. Now this is based on the assumption that when you are completing this task, you're filming over 2 lessons, and this is just a really good way of organising your footage, so it's easy when you come to edit it. Okay, so we've set up this folder, okay, which is here on the scratch disk. So his next step now is to find the footage that you've taken during the project. So click on the memory card, and then it's this first one, DCIM. Double click that. It's usually under this 100 Canon, and sometimes it might say 200 Canon, 300 Canon, depends which memory card you've got. Double click on that. Now you can see all of the footage that's on that memory card. Okay, so let's assume for the purpose of this video, this footage here was shot on Day 1. Okay, now if you noticed, if I click and drag the mouse over, it's highlighting those files there because they're in blue. Another way of doing it, if you don't want to take them all, you can click on them individually and then holding the command button and select the ones that you want. Okay, so this is the footage here for Day 1. So we've selected them, and we're going to use the shortcut key now of Command and C, and that's copying those files. Okay, alternatively, you press Control and click, and you go down and you can copy those 8 items. Okay, going back now to the scratch disk. Go to your folder, go to the footage folder. This footage that we've got here is under Day 1. Okay, so we can Control and click and paste those items, or using the shortcut key of Command and V. It's pasting those into the folder. So we've got those under the Day 1 folder. Okay, so that's his Day 1 footage. Now go back to your memory card, and now we want Day 2. Okay, so this is all the footage that we got for Day 2. Command and C to copy. Go back to the scratch disk, back to your folder, footage, Day 2, Command and V to paste those in. Okay. So the next step, this important part of this project, is to name and index your footage. Okay, so during the project you would have taken a range of shots, some close-ups, some long shots, some tracking shots maybe. You need to organise these files on the computer so when you do come to edit them, they're quite easily organised and they make sense to you. Okay, so how do we do this? If we click, okay, so we've highlighted that. If you click and hold the mouse button down and then press enter, okay, that allows you to now edit that file name. Okay, so this first one, we pretend for the purpose of this video to close up, if we call that close up 1, okay, you need to keep this mov.mov name there. That's called the file extension. That's so the computer recognizes that it's a movie file. Okay, so if we typed in close up 1, press enter. Okay, so repeating that process, click and hold the mouse button and then press enter. And this one we're calling close up 2. And that's how you need to order and structure your footage, so you know. You could, if you wished, create another folder and call that close-ups, and then by clicking, holding down command, clicking again, placing that into that folder so it's all nicely organised. Okay, and that is it. Thank you.